Hi, this is Dr. Kelly Miller, Saving Your Brain. I want to share with you some information about the Avant Laser. We make these. We use this one. This is the infrared red light. This is our workhorse that we use in the clinic. We use this 90% of the time, 90% of the patients. It's awesome. Been using it for 8 years. I mean, this is really brilliant. A good friend of mine and a very brilliant doctor, Dr. Rick Amy, has put together this manual and has these. We use his these frequencies that are preloaded on the Avant Laser, and this is really taking care of conditions kind of like A to Z. You think of it like a first aid, like if for pain or inflammation, or for healing. You know, someone has a cut, someone has an injury. It's quite remarkable. So in the book, it has chapters. So I think the first chapter is Essentials. Well, there it is right here. So under Essentials, then we have multiple frequencies, and there's probably 20 to 30 different things. Screen behind me went back again. So we just go down, so it just follows in the manual. So in the manual, it has a picture. It tells you where to point the laser, for how long you put the laser, how much infrared, how much red light, and goes from there. So the next chapter is brain. So under brain, we have brain waves, and we have cranial nerves. So one of the things that we often treat very frequently is the vagus nerve, which is cranial nerve 10. And again, there's a specific page in here that shows you where to use that. And all you have to do is point and shoot. So the next chapter is common conditions. And again, this probably has 30 or 40 different ones. I think altogether there's like 300 different ones. Next chapter in the book is energy. And here it is in the laser, energy. Here is infections. So infections, I just want to talk about a really cool case history. Saw a gentleman who had a 5-year history of post-herpetic neuralgia following, well, I may have had a brain fart there. So following a shingles episode, and he had the shingles, and he had kind of a chronic low-grade area in his trigeminal nerve on the right, and it would periodically flare up, and it was directly related to his stress levels, which is interesting. The guy was a big contractor, multi-million-dollar deals all the time, and very successful. But he had this chronic problem. So literally, we treated him for twice with this, and he said his symptoms were 90% better. So that's a miracle. And we treated him periodically. He was so impressed with it, he actually bought a laser for his own use. Okay, so under nervous system. So again, we have the next chapter is nervous system. And again, multiple different areas. We have organs, so we can, then multiple skin conditions. So again, this is a great tool that you can have at home. And then of course, what we have done with our lasers here is we've added saving your brain protocols. And so we have those based on different ages, different symptoms, like for behavior, dyslexia, reading speed, reading comprehension, cognitive function, tics, Tourette's, etc. So this is a great tool. Like I said, this is the infrared red one. We use it every day in the clinic.